I don't know why I did this to myself. So for whatever reason, while I was sitting at home, I didn't have anything to do. I was looking for something to watch, and it suddenly hit me that I actually didn't see last year's release of the Cats movie. Don't ask me why I watched it, but for those of you that don't know, Cats is a movie that came out last year, and it's based on a musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it tells the tale of a tribe of cats who are called the Jellicle Cats, and every year they come together to compete in choosing one cat to be reincarnated, or what they call the Heaviside Layer, to be reborn into a new Jellicle cat life. And for the most part, I knew nothing of this musical going into it. I just knew growing up as a child in the 90s, all the time you would see an advertisement for the musical of Cats, because back then it was the longest running Broadway musical at that time. And so in the musical you would always see the song, "Oh, never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles." That was in the commercial. So that's the only thing that I knew about Cats. And I'm a person that loves musical theater. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in theater, and so I'm all about musical theaters. One of my favorite movies of 2018, I believe it was 2018, was The Greatest Showman. I saw Dear Evan Hansen live on Broadway and I loved it. And a bunch of other musicals that I'm not going to go down the list of all the musicals that I love. Dreamgirls, The Wiz, but yeah. But anyway, so suffice to say, I am a musical person. But when I saw the trailers for this movie, I was like, oh, this looks like it's going to be garbage. I have to see this movie. And I never got a chance to see it. But yeah, I'm not going to bury the lead on this one. Like, I thought the movie was going to be garbage based on the trailer, but the trailers did not do this movie justice, in the sense that this movie was actually worse than the trailers portrayed. I don't know what the people behind the scenes that made this movie were smoking, but maybe I need to take some, because who greenlit this movie? Like, yes, I basically told you what the plot of this movie was. The cats are competing to be reincarnated. But in actually watching the movie, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the storyline is. I'm very confused right now. Like, I see stuff is happening on screen, and I hear the words that they're saying, and I understand the words that they're saying because they're speaking English. It's like Rush Hour. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yes, I understand the words, but it's like, it's not connecting for me. And I'm just like, what is this? And then on top of that, considering that this movie is a musical, I feel like if you walk out of a musical not wanting to sing any of the songs, not wanting to download the soundtrack to listen to the songs, it is a failure. And there is not one song in this entire musical that made me want to download the soundtrack. When I heard The Greatest Showman, first thing I did after I got out of the movie theater is I downloaded the soundtrack. I'm singing This Is Me, From Now On, Rewrite the Stars, Never Enough, pretty much all the songs. Dear Evan Hansen, I downloaded the soundtrack. Hamilton, I've never gotten a chance to see the Hamilton musical because the tickets are so freaking expensive, but I got the soundtrack and I love the soundtrack. The Lion King, I could go on and on and on, but for Cats, at least the movie version of Cats, I was like, oh no, throw the whole soundtrack in the trash. And then the CGI. The CGI for this movie, garbage. I was like, I don't understand why they didn't just go the Broadway route and put people in cat costumes as opposed to this realistic version of human faces on these cat bodies. Like, it was bad. And Judi Dench was in this movie, and she played Old Deuteronomy, who's like the head of all the cats. And I was like, is it just me? Or did they not either put makeup on her hands or CGI her hair? Like, she has this full cat body, but she still had old Judi Dench hands. And I could not, every time I saw her character on screen, I could not help but look at her hands. And I was like, I think maybe it's just me, but something was just off about her character design, specifically in her hands. And Jason Derulo was in this movie, and every time he sang, like, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Like, I had to pause the movie, and I went on FaceTime with a couple of my friends, and I was like, maybe it's just me. So I replayed his song, and I was like, can you understand a word he's saying? Like, I hear him hitting notes, I hear him doing runs, but what is he actually saying? I don't know. Oh my God, this movie was so bad. I wanted to jump off the Empire State Building by the time this movie was over. And I posted this on Instagram while I was watching. I was 20 minutes into the movie, and I was like, I don't don't think I can do it. I have another hour and 20 minutes into this movie, and I can't do it. I can't do it. And mind you, I didn't pay to see this movie. I saw it for free, and even for free, I was like, I don't think I could do it, but I did make it through the movie. And I can't even really say anything good about, actually, no, I can say one thing good about the movie. Jennifer Hudson can sing. Jennifer Hudson knows she can sing. So when she sang her climactic song in the movie, she sounded good, but I felt nothing. I had no emotion towards her character. Who is her character? You don't really learn anything about these characters. Like, for the most part, there's not a lot of dialogue throughout this movie. It's song after song after song after song, almost in a sort of operatic sense. But even the dialogue that was there, and then even the songs that were there, I'm just like, I don't know anything about these characters. I'm not learning anything about them. I'm not connecting to these characters. There's not a single character that I'm rooting for. And in addition, none of these songs are catchy. So I don't care about any of this. And I'm just like, I did it to myself. I subjected myself to this torture of watching this movie. That was basically 2 hours that I can just not get back. I could have watched something else. Hell, I could have just jerked off and went to sleep and had a much better time. A much better time than spending an hour and 45 minutes to watch this movie. So if you didn't know by now, my rating for the 2019 live action remake of Cats is a pure flop. So have you guys seen Cats? What did you think about it? Maybe there's somebody that actually liked the movie. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please, if you like this movie, let me know. Also, if you can't hit that thumbs up button and like this video to really help out the channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please subscribe for more and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.